Barrister Ogwezi promised that the items would get to the beneficiaries and commended the agency for complementing the federal and state government's efforts in alleviating the plight of the 2018 flood victims in the state. He reiterated that the state government would continue to partner with genuine organizations in line with the present administration's SMART program. The Special Duties Commissioner noted that Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has created the enabling environment for residents in the state to key into his prosperity for all mantra for the well-being of the people.
Thank you and your team immensely for this show of love. On behalf of Delta State and the governor of the state, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, we are indeed very appreciative of the effort of Nimasa and his team. And we also wish to use this opportunity to have well-meaning individual and corporate entities like Nimasa to emulate the gesture which Nimasa has shown towards the plight of disaster victims in the state.
The Nigerian Maritime Administrative and Safety Agency, Nimasa, says the agency will continue to assist victims of natural disaster in the country. The Director General Nimasa, Dr. Peter Sait Dakuku, who was represented by the Head of Communications of the agency, Mr. Isichei Osangbi, reiterated that the gesture was part of Nimasa's social corporate responsibility meant to alleviate the sufferings of the flood victims and other disaster victims across the country. He noted that the agency has carried out similar initiatives in all 20 states affected in the 2018 disaster, adding that it was a response call by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo for corporate organizations to support those affected by flood. The Director General stressed that though the agency's core mandate was to regulate and promote shipping and maritime ventures, the agency was conversant with the plight of those impacted by the recent flooding across the Federation. According to him, the agency has decided to identify with natural and other disaster victims across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to give them a sense of belonging and advise them not to be discouraged in the face of challenges. The Nimasa Director General called on other corporate organizations and public-spirited Deltans and Nigerians to work for a virile society. He commended the state government for its support to the flood victims, noting that the Ifeanyi Okowa administration was a dependable partner in progress.
They are our brothers, and we've come to share in their problems. We are acutely aware and also conscious of the plight of our stakeholders, particularly those affected by recent flooding and natural disasters. We are with you and share in your sufferings.
For his part, the Director of Delta State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Mr. Karu Ovemeso, thanked Nimasa for the gesture, saying the items would provide succor to the victims in the state. On behalf of the flood victims, Mr. Patrick Obanye thanked Nimasa for the donations, pointing out that it would alleviate their plight and appealed for more support from other agencies, corporate bodies, and well-meaning individuals. Items donated to the victims were foodstuff, mattresses, toiletries, and empowerment items like sewing machines. Nimasa also donated some office equipment and 1 gasoline generating set to the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, for increased service delivery. Receiving the items, the state coordinator of NIMC, Mrs. Henrietta Okolo, thanked Nimasa for honoring their call for working materials that the 2018 flood destroyed. She pledged to put the items to judicious use to ensure that the residents in the state, including those impacted by flood, got captured in the National Identity Program. Antonia Mowa, Delta Television News.